Okay, replacing the gears on the actuator motor. First thing, I already loosened, as you can see, all 6 bolts. You're going to remove all 6 bolts. And then remove the head unit. And then this one actually has good gears in it right now, but if this gear was wore out, what you do is pry the gear out, and then what I do is I set it down. I've already removed the pin through here. It usually has a shear pin in here. I've already removed that. Now you're going to push that out. You might have to tap on it using a screwdriver or something, but this one I've already done once, so it's a little easier to do. You pull that out, and then make sure when you put it back in that your big washers, your spacers, go down. So you're going to insert it facing downward, slide that all the way down in, and then when you see this one, the bottom small gear will go downward. So, and it rides on the electric motor shaft and on the center shaft, guide shaft. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to get it on there, and you're going to need to turn it a little bit and maybe even tap it some until you get it just right where it lines up. Lines up, pops on, and now you can test it by turning it, and you'll see that when I'm turning it, both gears are turning. So we got it working. You're going to replace your top, put your 6 bolts back in, put your shear pin in, put your jack cylinder back on, and you're up and running. We're going to talk about servicing your electric actuator, and basically right now we're focusing on the screw jack. So what we're going to do, 10mm socket, we're going to remove all 3 bolts around the outside. I've already pre-loosened these to make the video go a little quicker. Alright, now you're going to remove the rubber dust cylinder. To do it, it might be stuck on. You might have to take a screwdriver and loosen it up around the outer edges first. Then you've got your bolts removed, so then you're going to pull the jack cylinder straight off. If you notice, inside there's a shear pin, and there's a groove inside. That shear pin fits inside that groove, and if the shear pin breaks, you can just replace it. It's a 3/16 rod. Okay, after you've removed your jack cylinder, you've got 3 screws. Already got 1 removed. It's a 5mm Allen head. You're going to remove the 3 screws, and then you can actually slide the whole thing. It will stick a little bit because it's got the armor, or the casing on there is going to stick on this section, so you're going to have to wiggle a little bit. You can pull it apart. Now you can actually grease or oil this inner part and run this in and out a little bit. Sometimes these get stuck due to rust. You might have to put this section here in a vise and then put a screwdriver. You might need a longer screwdriver this and hit it back and forth to break it loose. Now some of the older models had a nut inside, and if you ever get one and you hear this, the nut fell off of the end of the threaded rod, and so it's going past your limit. So then what you can do is call us and we can get you a replacement jack tube. And then you just, after you've got it set, you'll slide it back together, and again it grabs. So you're going to have to work it back and forth. And then once you get it in, what I do, I run it out past, and then I line up my hole. See the hole where the screw goes in? It goes down here, so I'll kind of line that up a little bit, and then I'll pull it back in, and I'll get it close, and then I can take a screwdriver and put in there and line it up and reinstall all 3 Allen wrench screws, and then place it back on, and we're set and ready to go. But I just heard the garage door. I think my wife's home. I got to clean the dining room table before she sees the gray